and take note of these questions. In a best-case scenario, you would turn off the CD right now and take the time to do that, even if it means returning to the CD in a day or two. However, most won't do that. So, at least make a promise to yourself that once you listen to the entire CD, you will find some private time and do some serious soul-searching and digging to help you discover the answers to those questions. Moving on, we come to the R in our acrostic, refine. As you jot down thoughts, you will begin to see emerging themes. My emerging themes included words and phrases such as funny, has a lot to say, enjoys being around people, loves to entertain, etc. Take note of your emerging themes. You will use this information to eventually create your personal dream statement. Now, please note, this is not a life purpose statement because I believe that sometimes those are more of a future cast, who we want to be, rather than a personal vision of who we really are. My goal is that you discover who you really are. After my soul searching and digging, I arrived at the following personal dream statement. Dan McGowan is created, crafted, and called to entertain, encourage, and equip audiences of all sizes and backgrounds to laugh, learn, and live with a purpose. By the way, I love alliteration. My ongoing goal is to fulfill that dream by using my natural and learned skills and abilities. And so far, so good. Next in our acrostic is E, engage. This might be the most difficult part of pursuing your dream. At some point, we need to truly step into, own, and live who it is we really are. After a 25-year career doing what I was good at and fully capable of doing, I made the choice to follow my true passions and dreams. In other words, my dream void was not fulfilled completely in that first career. The key point here is that we all need to be who we really are, mainly for peace of mind, and so we're not forever chasing our dream. The alternative, of course, is to simply give up on your dream and just keep working at a job at which you are competent and compensated for, but don't really love. People do this all the time. Many of them are miserable because of it. So far, we've looked at D, dig, R, refine, and E, engage. Next up is A, allow. This goes hand in hand with engaging. Once you decide it's time to be who you really are, you need to allow yourself to be that person. It is at this point you will be following your true calling. There is a saying among writers. You've all heard it. Writers write. In other words, don't say you will be a writer. You are a writer. And if you are a writer, then you need to write. Not tomorrow or when you feel you've taken enough classes on writing, but today, right now. A writer writes. A writer allows themselves to write. You need to give yourself the freedom to be the person you have discovered yourself to be through all that digging we spoke about at the start. Now we come to M, motivation. Oftentimes this is easier said than done, but here it is. Make sure you are following your dream and not the dream someone else is pushing you to live. For example, the long line of family members who became doctors with every generation simply because it's in their family bloodline. You may not want to be a doctor. You may not be skilled to be a doctor. You will never fill your dream void if you live someone else's dream for your life. If you are not really a doctor, then don't become a doctor. Again, you might learn to be a doctor and even come to like it a little bit, but after many years, you will become frustrated if being a doctor is not your dream. I hope that makes sense. So far, we've looked at an acrostic on the word dream. D, dig, R, refine, E, engage, A, allow, and M, motivation. Remember, we are all born for a purpose, and we need to discover what that purpose is. Okay, so now let's move on to the problem. I call this dreams versus dollars. Author Anne Lamott says this: there is nothing you can buy, achieve, own, or rent that can fill up that hunger inside for a sense of wonder and fulfillment. In the pursuit of our true calling, our dream, we face a battle. The battle is between our passion and our paycheck. We find ourselves continuing